When they tell you to use 3.14 for pi, that's what you've got to slide in for pi. So when they give you a circle like this, just remember that this is the radius. It's from the center of the circle to the edge, and that's going to represent the r in the formula. Pi, well, they told you it's 3.14. So let's go use the formula to find the area. Area equals pi times the radius squared. Pi is going to be 3.14, so we'll slide that right in for 3.14. And the radius, we know from looking at the circle that that's a 5. So you can put that in parentheses like this right here, and it would mean that 3.14 is multiplying the 5. Or the other thing that you can do is just write out times 5. So either one of these ways of showing times 5 is fine. Now, the other thing not to forget is that the r is raised to the second power. It's squared. So we got to take the radius value of the 5 and raise that to the second power. That does not mean 5 times 2. That does not mean that. That means 5 times 5. So be very careful there. If you have a calculator close by, you can pull that out and type in 3.14 times 5 to the second power. Hit enter, and it tells you right then that it's 78.5. So there's our answer. That's the area. However, this is very, very important. Anytime that you're dealing with area, take a look at the units that you're working with and square them, because that's what area is always going to be. It's showing how many squares are inside that circle. The other thing that they like to do is give you the diameter of a circle, and you can see here that we've got 17 inches. And you know, we're still going to use 3.14 for pi, but the 17 inches is all the way across the circle, so let's make a copy of that circle. And what's half of 17? You'd say 17 divided by 2 is 8.5, and that would get you halfway across the circle. So that's the radius. And remember, any point from the edge to the center is the radius, and it's the exact same length. Again, it'd be 8.5, 8.5. If I put two radiuses together, hey, suddenly it's the same as what the diameter is. And if we slide that back over the original circle, you can see it's the same size. So 8.5 and 8.5 radiuses would get you 17 inches diameter. So just remember, we don't want diameter, we want the radius, and slide in 8.5. Okay, so if they stretch it all the way across a circle, it's diameter. If they tell you it's diameter, but just divide it by 2 and you'll have the radius. Don't forget to square the radius. Type it in your calculator. And this time you can see that we've got a lot more decimal places here, and it says please round to the nearest tenth, where our tenths place is right here at the 8. And we look a little to the right, there it is, there's a 6, and that would tell us to make that 8 into a 9. So it'd be 226.9. Since we're working with inches, it'd be inches squared.